Today's video is going to cover the very short, maybe half a page of notes on the spread of Islam into Southern Europe. As always, with any of the videos, be sure to pause it as you go to make sure that you write everything down and send me a message with any questions. Throughout all of history, the Islamic empires dominate the Middle East and Northern Africa. From the time Islam begins in the Arabian Peninsula, right, in Mecca and Medina in the early 6th century, throughout essentially all of time, I mean all of this area across Northern Africa and through the Middle East, all of this chunk is essentially mostly Muslim today. The Mughals, who are going to be a group in India, and the Ottomans are going to dominate Turkey and India for even into when you take world history too. They are going to have a lot of influence in the wars with the European Crusaders, which is going to be the last unit that we talk about. And the Ottoman Empire in particular is still fighting and still a large empire during World War I, which is in the early 1900s. So these empires are very, very long lasting. The part we're going to talk about today, though, is Alain de Luce. This section of Spain, which, if you notice according to this map, is under the Umayyad Caliphate in the 5, 6, and 700s, and puts in a lot of emphasis into the cultures of Spain. In 732, the Umayyads are going to invade France from Spain. They were already in Spain, and they actually get stopped by Charles Martel. He's a Frankish king, and this is going to stop the spread of Islam into Central Europe. This is key to Western development because this leaves France, the area now is Germany, and England, and essentially all of Europe, with the exception of Spain, controlled by Christians, which is going to obviously have influence into what happens throughout the rest of European history, and also what happens in North and South America as Europeans expand in the 15 and 1600s. The siege of Baghdad also happens, 500 years later. The Abbasids are controlling Baghdad, and the Mongols, everybody's favorite, the Mongols are going to invade and siege it. Which basically means, if you can see in this picture, they surround the city. The city's surrounded by walls, and they just surround the city and basically starve everybody. When they get into the city, destroy the Grand Library, destroy the mosques, remember the House of Wisdom that we talked about in yesterday's notes, and kill up to 90,000 citizens of Baghdad. For decades afterwards, the Mongols are going to continue to rule Baghdad, but maintain it as a center of trade. We talked a little bit about the Mongols and how they are going to have an impact on the Russian culture, because when the Byzantines were spreading into Russia, the Mongols were paying tribute to the Byzantine czars, the Russian czars rather, were paying tribute to the Mongols, and this is the same kind of concept. They're going to promote the culture while basically making a lot of money. Alright, so that's it. To review really, really quickly, what you need to know is that the Muslims control Africa, Middle East, and if I can stop this from spreading anywhere, in Spain. They try to conquer France and are stopped by Charles Martel at the Battle of Tours. The Mongols take over Baghdad. The end. Let me know if you have any questions.